All right, Shalom, Sons of Yahweh Camp, Durham, North Carolina. Going to coming at you on the Sabbath for another lesson. All praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. And as always, Sons of Yahweh, we always want to prophesy the downfall of America, because that is just, for us, that is the righteous thing to do. And as always, we in the last days of Esau, the so-called white man's rulership in America, as we can see that the scriptures and the prophecies are being manifested in these last days. And it's a beautiful time that we live in if you're a practicing Israelite, because we see that all the prophecies that we spoke about and all the other prophets spoke about, and that all the other brothers that speak in prophecy, now you're seeing that all these things are starting to happen. Everybody was making mockery, throwing their hands up, spitting, throwing their arm up. Nobody believed in the prophecies. Now, as we embarking on the last days of the so-called white man's rulership here in America, we see that the Bible is undoubtedly is a real book with real prophecies. And we see now that all of this stuff is coming to pass. So America is on borrowed time. The expiration date, there's a lot of people who have a lot to pay for in these last days, and we're approaching that time. So my topic today is our ticket out of Babylon. As Israelites, as practicing Israelites, we want to be on the chariots when all hell breaks loose here in America. We want to be granted that spiritual power when all hell breaks loose here in America. So what's our ticket out of here? How do we make sure that we're on that ticket out of hell? So we're going to go into that to prove, how do we get out of Babylon? Our ticket out of hell. So Brother Karab, if you will, call out the first scripture and we get into the lesson.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
So the Most High is talking to you Israelites. You Israelites have to understand we are in the last days, and you have a role to play as well, either for salvation or death. Go ahead.
What does the Lord thy God require of thee?
All right. Go ahead with the scripture, sir.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes.
So that's what we're supposed to do. As if we want our ticket out of Babylon, we're supposed to keep the Most High's commandments to the best of our abilities and the statutes. But a lot of us, we succumb to America, to the policies and the way of life that America offers us. So a lot of us have really turned their back on the law, statutes, and commandments on the Bible. Thus, that's why a lot of our people, mainly 2/3 of our people, will not be on that ticket out of hell. Go ahead.
Finishing up verse 13. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
So it was a commandment for the good of Israel to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. This is what the so-called church system is supposed to teach you guys. Teach you laws, teach you statutes, teach you commandments. But they don't do that. The only ones that's teaching you, that's giving you an opportunity to hear the pure words of the Bible is the Israelites. But yet, when you hear us speak, you confront us, you don't like what we're saying, because we speaking what's coming out the Bible. We're not sugarcoating it, we just telling it to you as it is written. Go ahead.
This is John chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
So the Most High said, if you love him, keep my commandments. It's simple. Our people claim that they love the Most High. They love Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but you don't keep the commandments. You eat crab, you eat shrimp, you eat pork, you eat lobster. You're homosexuals, you're lesbians, you transvestites. You go to Christianity churches. You follow after Islam and all these other false religions that the other nations put upon you. You don't follow after any of the commandments that the Most High has given you. Go ahead.
Verse 21, he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me.
So the ones who keep the Most High commandments, he's the one that loves the Most High. So our people have proven through their actions, 2/3 of our people don't love the Most High. Because like I said, you eat crab, you eat shrimp, you eat pork, you eat lobster. You vote as a Democrat, you vote as a Republican. You're a faggot, you're a lesbian. All of those things that I've mentioned is against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Go ahead.
And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and will manifest myself to him.
So that's how we can get on the chariots, by obeying and following after the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible to the best of our ability. And we understand that we're in Babylon, that we are under the laws of Esau's system, but that's no excuse for our people to not continue in the laws that was given to us organically by the Most High. You want to know that that's our ticket out of here. Because we at the point in history, in the point in time, where the Most High is going to give the decree, and we're going to see the return of Yahweh Shah in this earth with the 200 million black angels, because we on the precipice of seeing that. This is how close we are to getting out of Babylon, to getting out of hell. And I know me and my brothers here, we want to be on the chariots when the Third World War starts and that first missile is launched from the other nation. We want to be on the chariots. We want to get out of hell because we're tired of working on these jobs, dealing with the policies and the legislation that Esau continuously passed to keep us from returning as Israelites. We're tired of that. We want to live free and be able to worship our power in all the way we're supposed to, because the laws was given to us. And that's all we want. We want freedom to be able to do that. We don't want to see faggots. We don't want to see lesbians. We want to have a pure glass of water to drink. You can't get that here in America. There's nothing pure where we are now. Everything is modified. Go ahead,
2 John chapter 1 and verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
So everybody talk about they love the Lord. But the Lord said, what?
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
So you don't know what love is according to the Bible. It's not regarding your feelings and your emotions. It's not according to the Bible. That's not what love is. What is love according to the Bible?
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
That you walk after the commandments that the Most High gave you. That's what love is, according to the Bible. And this is what's not being taught on earth. We're the only ones that teach that. Your Christian church doesn't teach that. Your Muslim mosque doesn't teach that. Your Baptist church doesn't teach that. None of the institutions that you go to, that you consider yourself religious and spiritual, teach you what love is. Because if you knew what love is, our people wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing. You wouldn't be a nasty ass faggot if you knew what love is. You wouldn't be a stinking ass lesbian if you knew what love is. You wouldn't be a nasty ass whore if you knew what love is. But see, these things haven't been taught to you because you're following after